Hi, and welcome to Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor. My name's Ashley, and today I am so excited to bring you my first Decorate With Me for the Christmas season. And today we are going to be putting together my gingerbread kitchen and my peppermint themed hot cocoa bar. Plus, I also put up my kitchen tree, which you're going to get a little peek of, but I love how it all came out. It's so fun and so festive, so stay tuned. First, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that little notification bell, and hit all in the drop-down menu so you're notified about all notifications. I upload a bunch of times a month, and of course, coming into the Christmas season, I'm going to be uploading a lot of Decorate With Me's, maybe throwing in some DIY videos, and let me know if you'd be interested in some fun Christmas tradition idea videos, Elf on the Shelf idea videos, and just all around fun content for your little ones. All right, let's get started with my coffee bar. So first I'm going to start off with these big peppermint trees that I got from Walmart last year. Now I loved the way I decorated my coffee bar last year, so I kind of stayed with what I did, but I did change some things up. So I also have this Ray Dunn little teapot that I'm going to add to the top, and then I have this canister, also Ray Dunn. Now all this Ray Dunn, I honestly, it either came from TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, online, or I might have bought them from other people. So I can't really tell you exactly where I got all this stuff. But I also had these two little chili bowls or soup bowls, which I think are so cute. You're going to see that my theme here on my coffee bar is going to be peppermint, so it's going to be all red and white. Now, these are the star of the show. I saw these at Walmart this year and I had to have them. I love the retro reindeer look. I think they are adorable, and the fact that they had little candy cane antlers just topped it off, so I wanted them to be front and center. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put my Santa that I got from Michael's last year. Pretty much everything here was last year except for those deer. And then these candlesticks I actually bought off of someone on Facebook Marketplace. And I love these because it adds height. And on top, I'm going to add these little, they're placeholders. I've had these for years, so I thought that these were perfect on my coffee bar. So I'm just going to go ahead and place one on top of each one of the candlesticks. Next, I'm going to add this Merry Christmas picture to the side. And you're going to see how I kind of move things around. One thing I do when I decorate, I'm very intentional. So I don't just throw things up. I follow my levels. I watch for the ankles. I decorate in sets of 3 or vignettes. So you're going to see, and I'm also very symmetrical too. I try to be. That's just how I am, my personality. But that's just kind of what I do. So for example, this little set of 3, I have the Santa, that peppermint mocha mug, and then the candlestick. So then on the other side, I'm also going to do another little set of 3. So you can see that, you know, like I said, I'm very intentional with how I decorate, and that way it's not just thrown up there and just in random spots. So I love these mugs with the toppers. And now I'm going to add just some little picks, probably from Hobby Lobby, into the picture. Next, we're going to move down to the coffee bar itself. And I have this runner. I honestly don't know where I got it. I got it last year. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it on top of my coffee bar. Now this Keurig is hard to move because the cord's not long at all. Like I can't really lift it. So it's always a struggle when I try to do a runner on this table. But eventually I get it all figured out. So let me know down in the comments, have you started decorating for Christmas, or when do you? I have never decorated this early before, but I have learned in YouTube world we have to be like a month ahead. Plus I decorate so much, I do need to get a head start, or else I am just going to be so stressed out if I wait till December. So I definitely wanted to get started, and that's why I'm going to be pumping out a ton of Decorate With Me videos. Now, a lot of this decor right here, it actually came from my video last year, which I can put in the description box below, but I actually made everything you see right now that's on the tier tray, I made. Now that actually came from Dollar Tree this year. I saw it and thought it was super cute. These little jars I also made. Now at this point when I'm decorating, I did not have candy to fill it, but you're going to see in a little bit I do, so hang with me. This little book set I thought was adorable. It came from Target Dollar Spot this year. And I just thought it was so cute, so I had to have it. And it matches perfectly with my hot cocoa bar theme. I love the colors. I loved what it said. So it's just so cute. Then I have these little Holly Jolly coffee mugs, and inside I'm going to put these wooden spoons that have little peppermints on there. I did get these from Hobby Lobby last year. I think I saw them this year. I don't remember. Next, I'm just going to add this little candy cane, although you're going to see I'm going to switch stuff up. So now I have these little trees. Those little trees came from Walmart last year. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add this tray to the middle of my coffee bar, because on top I'm going to put my marshmallow canister, my cocoa canister, and inside I'm going to go ahead and use K-cups. I have hot chocolate K-cups. I don't really use the powder. I don't know, not for any reason. I just always got the K-cups. I have a Keurig, might as well use it. And then I also have a peppermint canister that I'm going to add onto this little tray as well. And I love this little set. I love how it looks. And I just love how this coffee bar came out. Next to my mug rack, I'm going to add these 3 mugs that I thought were super cute. And of course, I always add a themed mug to my Keurig. So this one says Cocoa, of course. Then I forgot that I had this Candy Cane Crew mug. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find a spot on my tiered tray for that. And so now that's why I said you're going to see me kind of move things around a little bit. But I do love how it all ended up. And of course, you'll get the final shots in just a little bit. So then after that, I'm going to move down to the bottom of my coffee bar. I always add a little towel because I just feel like it just, it kind of just completes it. So, and kind of dresses up the bottom too. So this towel came from Hobby Lobby last year and it's perfect. I love it. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill my stuff because I had then gone to the store and bought some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put my marshmallows in there. Now, I totally meant to buy peppermints, just like little mints, but I forgot. So I'll have to pick those up. But for now, I'm going to use these hot chocolate kisses. These are 2 of my favorite flavor kisses. So the hot chocolate kisses and then these candy cane kisses. And I literally throw them in my hot chocolate because the peppermint one melts and it tastes like candy cane. And then the hot chocolate ones, those are really good to eat. I just love eating those. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to my coffee bar as well. And then, again, you're going to see me just kind of mix things up here, kind of move things around. I'm going to add some candy canes to the Candy Cane Crew cup because now I have candy canes. I totally spaced out on all the candy and I started recording and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have anything to fill these things. So I had to stop and run to the store. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this back. And then I actually forgot that I found some really cute to-go cups from the Target Dollar Spot this year, and I really love these to-go cups. I love having them on all my coffee bar, every season, because when I'm taking my daughter to school or something, running errands, I can make myself a cup of coffee and I don't have to worry about bringing the other one in, a non-disposable one. So, and I could just throw it out. So I did get those in the Target Dollar Spot this year. So now I'm going to go ahead and just put some little details, some finishing touches. I got those little coffee mug ornaments from Target Dollar Spot last year. And I thought that they were perfect for the coffee bar. This little candy cane lane sign I made, that sign came from Hobby Lobby. And to complete this whole bar, I'm going to go ahead and put the sugar plums sign on top. Came from Michael's last year, and that's it. This is my coffee bar. What do you think?
But I hear no church bells ringing out for
All right, moving into the kitchen, I always start off with this tiered tray, and this tiered tray came from TJ Maxx last year, and I loved it because it looks like like something that you would see in a gingerbread kitchen. So a lot of these things on the tiered tray are DIYs, like these two items right here. I made them last year. You can catch them in the video that I posted a few weeks ago of all these gingerbread DIYs, and I made this little gumdrop well, I was gonna say beaded garland, but it's not beads, obviously. Then that little gingerbread birdhouse, this little cookie cutter sign. So all these were DIYs from last year, as well as these little trees coming up. And these trees came from Dollar General last year. And then of course I just painted them, put some beads on it to make it look like gumdrops, and then put some puffy paint and put some glitter. So yes, my whole kitchen is filled with glitter, but that's okay. I don't mind it around the holidays. I mean, I have two little girls. I have a feeling I'm going to be living in glitter. So it's fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of arrange my tiered tray. And I kind of did it the same I did it last year, because I really loved how it came out last year, but you are going to see that I changed some things. That little gingerbread mug came from Hobby Lobby, as well as these suckers. And so I'm going to go ahead and throw those in there. Next, I'm going to add this mug to the top, and this is when I kind of start rearranging some things. Now, you're not going to see it in this shot, but in a couple shots, you're going to see that inside these mugs that I add, I actually have mini baking utensils like whisks or spatulas, little spoons, things like that I'm actually going to put in these little mugs. So you'll see that in just a little bit. I just did not have them handy at this point, and then I found them in the bin, so I just threw them in there. But I really loved how this tiered tray came out. I thought it was super cute, and I don't know if I said it, but those mugs came from Target last year. So after my little tiered tray was complete, all I had to do was push it into the corner, and this corner is the perfect corner for a tiered tray. I have one up all season long. Sometimes it's this tiered tray, sometimes it's different ones, but I love how they come out, and I just think it's so festive and adds some fun to the kitchen. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in its place. Next, I'm going to add this super cute little gingerbread guy. I think he came from Hobby Lobby, and this is a cookie jar, definitely from Hobby Lobby last year. And now I have a blanket ladder, or I'm sorry, a towel ladder that I got from Hobby Lobby, and look at this perfect towel. Funny thing about this towel is I don't bake at all. I don't bake, I don't cook, but the towel did come from Home Goods, and the ladder came from Hobby Lobby. Next, I'm going to add this tray from Target Dollar Spot last year, but I am going to change that out, which you'll see in 1 second. And then these salt and pepper shakers I've had for years. I have no idea where they're from. This candle came from Five Below last year, and it wasn't all the way gone, so I decided just to go ahead and reuse it this year. So you're going to see that I actually changed out the little tray to one that I found at Target Dollar Spot this year. Now it's that little like kind of cake stand type of thing. And I just like that better because it added some height. Then I'm going to add this sign from the Dollar Tree. And I just went ahead and put some of those Command Velcro strips on it. And I'm just going to hang it. Last year I set it on the stove or the oven, and my husband kept getting mad at me because it kept falling behind it, so he kept having to move the stove and get it. So this time I got wise and just hung it. So now this towel came from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, one of the two last year, and I love it. I think it's so cute. It did come in a 2-pack. And then I gave my daughter the task of putting some cute gingerbread window clings on the oven. She had so much fun putting these on there, and she took it very, very seriously. I think she did a great job. All right, moving on to my utensil holder. You're going to see that I kind of changed this up too. So first I started off with this gingerbread towel, and I put it inside the utensil holder. And then I added some just holiday baking supplies. This whole thing is going to change because I got a different idea. So I went ahead and added the towel to the bottom or underneath the utensil holder. And then I just didn't like the black word on there. So I decided to actually switch it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is turn it around. And this is just a little easy hack that you can do too, because why go spend more money on a different canister when yours is perfectly fine, when you can just always turn it around and you can add a window cling to the front. And then that way it goes ahead and brings in the theme that you are decorating. So you're going to see me do that in just a sec after I go ahead and add these little Ray Dunn spatulas and everything. And I thought that this came out super cute. You'll get a better shot of it completed at the end, so you'll have to stay with me. But I think it's so cute. So these window clings came from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this little gingerbread house, and I thought it was perfect. Dressed it up nicely. Now, to my rack on the side, I'm going to add this DIY towel that I made last year, as well as this pot holder. And then you can see that I actually moved the rolling pin down to the bottom, and then you're going to see that I actually move that spatula too. But don't worry, I replace everything in that canister with something else, and like I said, you'll see it in just a little bit. But I love how this little rack came out too. I thought it was super cute, and I love decorating this for every season. I think it's fun and adds another little fun and festive touch. Real quick, I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself and to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Like I said, my name's Ashley. I'm a wife and a mom now of two, a 5-year-old and a 1-month-old. I can't even believe it. Anyways, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you clicked on here today. I hope that you really love what you see, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video so you can see even more fun Christmas content coming up. Okay, so moving above my refrigerator, I have this big open space because we took out a cabinet. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did last year because I loved it. And I'm going to add this big gingerbread man and my 2 Santas that I think are adorable to the side. And the big gingerbread man came from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know where the other 2 came from. I know one came from TJ Maxx and one came from the At Home store, but I don't know which one came from where. I apologize. And then I'm just going to add a garland to the front. So I thought that this dressed it up and kind of hid the ugliness that taking the cabinet out left behind. So that way it just dressed it up a little bit, and I really loved how this came out. Okay, moving on to my sink part, I went ahead and had that gingerbread hand soap from last year, so I just pulled it out. Now this gingerbread house soap container came from Home Goods this year. So I'm going to go ahead and put dish soap in it, and that way it is ready to clean bottles or do dishes. And then I'm going to just add the house right next to my little gingerbread soap. And I think that this little area came out cute. Very simple, yet very fun and festive and functional, which is something that is very important. And then I'm just going to simply add a red towel to my little towel rack down here. I do need to invest in some new ones. Those are getting kind of yucky, but oh well. Next, I'm going to add this gingerbread sign to my windowsill along with these little gingerbread people that came from Hobby Lobby. I apologize you can't see the sign very well. I didn't realize the faucet was right in the way. Okay, above my sink, I'm going to add this super cute Gingerbread Baking Co. sign that I got from Hobby Lobby this year. I saw someone on YouTube have it, and I fell in love with it, so I went on the hunt, and I had to have it. And I love how it looks in here. It's just so, so cute. Then I made this garland last minute, and I decided to go ahead and hang it again. And this is just one of those cheapy garlands from the Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued some red bulbs and some foam gingerbread men to it, and it was easy. And I'm just hanging it with some command hooks, and look how much festivity that it brought to my window. Now I am planning on getting blinds for this window. I just haven't done it yet, but I thought that this was the perfect little touch, and I love how it looks. All right, moving on to my shelves up top, I'm going to go ahead and add these little gingerbread houses that are so adorable. I got them at the Target dollar spot this year. I only picked up 2 packs, so I kind of had to spread them out. Now, this little gingerbread family came from Hobby Lobby last year, and then that was a DIY from last year as well, and this little sign was too. So I'm just kind of spreading everything out, and I think that these came out simple enough but cute enough too. So that snow globe came from Target last year, and I loved it because it's a gingerbread house and it says 2021, which is when we moved into this house. So I kind of felt like it just kind of, I don't know, mimicked our lives and kind of had a meaning to it. So that completed these shelves. Moving on back down, I have this little cutting board tray that I actually made a couple years ago. And on top of it, I'm going to add my Santa's cookie, reindeer snacks, and I do actually end up adding a towel underneath that too, which you'll see in the final clips. But now we're going to move on to this shelf that I have that came from Hobby Lobby, and I love decorating the shelf every season. So I'm just going to go ahead and put more of my Rae Dunn pieces. Again, I don't remember where all this stuff came from. Now this little gumball thing did come from Target last year, and I'm going to add these super good gingerbread cookies. Typically I'm not a gingerbread person, but these were really good. They came from Walmart, and I love dipping them in my coffee every morning, or hey, even hot chocolate. They taste really, really yummy. So I would recommend these if you like a little bit of like the ginger spice kind of thing. But I think that they're good, and I'm not even a big fan of gingerbread. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that up and add this to my shelf as well. And then I just have this little tin that I got from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to add to the other side. There's nothing in it, but I liked how it had the gingerbread cookies all over it. Now these are DIY candles that I made last year, and I love how they look. They're so sparkly and so fun. And then this little rolling pin completes the top. Now, I was going to add some picks to the top too, but I didn't have any, and I just decided just to forego that for now, but maybe next year I will. So now I have these 2 bowls, sorry about my head, that I'm just going to add to the inside of my shelf, and then in the bowls I'm actually going to add just some regular cookie cutters. And I thought that that was like perfect touch. It kind of brings in the whole baking aspect. Now in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and add this little guy, and I think he is so cute. Came from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, and that completed this shelf, and I love how it came out. Then to the side of it, I'm going to add my gingerbread nutcracker, and I think he's so cute. All right, moving on to my hangy shelfie thing. I never know what to call it. I actually made this whole piece in one of my thrift flip videos from last year, so you can definitely check that out. I'm going to add one of my Rae Dunn mugs to each one of my baskets. Then inside, I'm just going to go ahead and add some baking items. Now, the theme of this whole shelf racky thing is baking. So you're going to see that come out as I keep adding items. Now, these gave me so much trouble because they kept like falling to the front. So I am actually going to stuff it with some like tissue paper or something to get it to stick. But for now, that's just how it's going to have to be. Then I added a towel. Now, these are like those cookie presser things. I don't bake, so I'm not quite sure what they're called. And then I found this huge gingerbread cookie cutter last year, I think at Target, so I'm adding that to the basket too. Next, I'm going to add this pot holder, and then these cute little gingerbread people, I think came from Hobby Lobby last year. Now, I did move that sign from the windowsill, but in the final shots, you're going to see that I actually changed that out and put a DIY cutting board that I made last year there instead. So keep a lookout for that. Next, I added this apron to one side, and then my mom actually bought my daughter her own apron, and it just happened to match perfectly into my theme. So I'm going to go ahead and add that too. So when we ice cookies for Santa, she can go ahead and wear her little apron. Now, I did feel that that little pot holder there was just kind of boring. So I decided to actually add a towel underneath it and layer it, which is another little tip I have for you. Definitely layer. I'm a huge layerer and I just think it adds so much. Then I made this little DIY, so I thought I would let Romeo have it over his food and water so he can have some festiveness too. Now to my little peninsula here, I just added some red placemats, and then I got this tray last year at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just adding some leftover items. And these napkins are just simple napkins that came from Dollar Tree. I am on the hunt for some gingerbread napkins or peppermint or something like that, so I am keeping an eye out. Now to my table, I'm actually going to add this super cute tray that I got from the Target Dollar Spot this year. And on top, I'm going to add this salt and pepper shaker, and then this sign from Hobby Lobby that I love, Christmas calories don't count. And I wish that was true, but I love that sign and I had to have it. Next, I'm going to add these placemats that I got from Ross last year, and I thought that they were fun and cute, and I love the colors. And don't forget, Hobby Lobby is 60% off Christmas stuff right now too. Sorry about the little noises in the back, that's the little one. So now I kind of felt like that little tray needed to be dressed up a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and add one of these red placemats underneath it, and I think that that really helped kind of anchor it and bring it all together. So I'm going to go through and add some final touches, like this wreath to my basement door. I made this wreath a few years ago, but the inside I made in a video last year. This came from Cracker Barrel last year, and I had to have it. I absolutely love it. And then I found a rug at Hobby Lobby that I wanted to switch out. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out my kitchen rug. Obviously, it needs to be deep clean big time. I'm going to give it a little vacuum, a quick vacuum here, and look how perfect this floor mat is. So I'm going to put that right in front of my kitchen sink, and I love how it looks. All right, so now we're going to quickly move to the tree. I didn't put a lot of footage on here, and I'm going to speed it up big time. This took me forever to do, and even looking at the footage back, there's still so many things. When I look at it, I'm like, oh gosh, that doesn't look good, or this is sticking out too far. So I am going to have to tweak it. So don't judge my tree. I know it needs some help, but one thing I did do last year was I took all the ornaments off, and then I kept the ribbon on so I didn't have to redo the ribbon, and then I just put a trash bag over it. And it really helped because all I had to do was fluff it out again, fluff the ribbon out, and then add my ornaments. And I got these huge lollipops or suckers from Hobby Lobby, and I think that they are so cool and really brings it to life. I really wanted like a gingerbread candy tree in my kitchen, so I love it. Now this little tree skirt is actually a blanket, and I just thought it was easy just to wrap around. And then my daughter loves this little peppermint sign that I made last year in a thrift flip video. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to one side of my tree. And then I made this sign a few years ago before I had a YouTube channel, and it just so happened to have a gingerbread man on it. So I thought it would be perfect just to kind of stick on the bottom of the tree. It says, "Santa, please stop here." And I thought it was super cute. So after I got my tree put together, my whole kitchen was complete. And now it's time for the final reveal. What do you think? I am absolutely in love with how this Christmas kitchen came out. And of course my hot cocoa bar. I think they are both really sweet, no pun intended. But you're going to have to let me know down in the comments what you think of my holiday decorations this year in my kitchen. And also let me know if you do certain themes in certain rooms, or you just kind of put out what you have wherever. I'm really curious to know. I hope that you got a ton of inspiration and ideas on how you can decorate areas in your home. And don't forget that if you want even more inspiration and ideas, to hit that subscribe button and like this video so you can be notified when I upload more of my Decorate With Me's. We're going to be doing the entryway, the living room, the dining room, the master bedroom possibly, and possibly the girls' bathroom upstairs, and definitely the front porch. So I have a ton of content that's going to be coming out, so you definitely don't want to miss it. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and until I see you again, I'll decorate with you soon. Bye!